Hi, gang. Kerry David Richards here. Hey, thanks for clicking through to sign up for the Joy of Less video workshop. I wanted to say hi and introduce myself and kind of let you know a little bit about what's coming up here in the next couple of days. For those of you who don't know my story, I wanted to give you a little background as well. My wife Jeannie and I have been on a mission to simplify and declutter our lives for about the last 8 or 10 years. Ever since we went through a quite major financial crisis back there in about 2008. We were living the American dream in many ways, and we had a 3,000 square foot split level house in the northern suburbs of Seattle, Washington. 3 cars in the driveway, all the electronic gadgets you could buy. I even had a race shop in the garage for my expensive hobby. And then all of a sudden, everything started happening at once. The mortgage on the big expensive house adjusted upward. I lost my job, and then the real estate market took the biggest dive in the last 100 years. There was a lot of factors involved, but the bottom line was that we needed to make some sweeping changes, and we needed to make them pretty quick. So after the panic wore off, we sat down and took a look at the whole situation and decided that we could use the situation as the impetus to create a whole new kind of simpler paradigm and a less stressful life for ourselves. And we've been on a mission to downsize, declutter, and simplify ever since. It hasn't been easy at times. We've learned a ton. In the process, I ended up writing several bestseller books on Amazon. I also started several online businesses. And so now it's my mission to bring as much wisdom and knowledge and clarity as I can to as many people as I can who are interested in simplifying and decluttering their lives. This free video workshop is one of the ways I've decided to try and bring you that information. Now, the reason we want to bring you a ton of really good, actionable, free information and other stuff is that we do have books and courses available. And we hope that if we can over-deliver on some of the free stuff, that you'll like us and trust us enough to go ahead and purchase some of the other products at some point. Speaking of which, we are launching my first bestseller that I ever wrote. It's called The Joy of Less. We are relaunching it here in a few weeks at a highly discounted price, and it'll include some really cool bonus content attached to it for my list only. But more on that later. I'll tell you when that's happening. So keep your eye out for the first installment of the video workshop here. It'll hit your inbox here in a day or two. In the meantime, I've got some additional free stuff that I'd like to give you, and I'm going to put a link to it's called the 5-minute clutter purge checklist. I'll put a link to it below the video here, just as an added bonus for you. Also, please go ahead, if you would, and leave me a comment below this video. Let me know what your biggest challenge is with simplifying and decluttering your life. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, that's it for now. Good luck, and I'll see you in the workshop.